During the many stages of production, I've been very fortunate and blessed to have a lot of great mentors, or a handful. One of them, the tech guru around here at Madonna, who I call my sensei, is Dan Boyd. About a month before we got out and shot, or started our principal photography, Dan really sat down with me and really ironed out all of the technical stuff that I have to be very wary of and very aware of while we're out there. And I went to him with just a ton of questions, and he had answers for everything. And if he didn't have an answer, which is rare, he would look it up and give it to me. So he was a great, great contact to have.
Dan is the guru of everything technical. Everything technical. I can ask him a question about a camera from today or a camera from 50 years ago, and that man's gonna know. He has an idea of how to do everything in a different creative way that none of us would have ever thought about. He is just phenomenal to be around.
Whenever I had a question, we were able to talk about things and everything always made sense. So in the long run, now that I'm in post-production, seeing everything happen, watching certain hurdles we had to jump over and certain obstacles I had to overcome, I see it, and it really made a huge difference, because in the end, in a film, those nuances make the difference between an amateur and a professional film.
My mentor was Ric Smith. He had a lot of good advice for me, especially to do with scheduling. He really liked the fact that we used Movie Magic for our scheduling and Movie Magic budgeting. It helps you to take the scripts and you basically break them down, and you then turn those into the call sheets and the strip boards that allow you to schedule the movie and create organization in the movie making process. And it's very efficient and is very magical. The other thing that he taught me about was people, and the fact that you have to deal with a whole lot of different kinds of people. I think he said something like it's like herding cats, and we have to keep everybody on task. The thing about Rick was that he gave you really inside insight into what kind of people do you come in contact and how to deal with them. So in my correspondence, that's what I think I got mostly out of Rick, was this very candid, straightforward, and very useful things he would come up with.
Chris Nicken was gaffer on Clayman, and he was involved pretty much with every single scene and shot that we did in our film. He was jack of all trades on our set. He brought out his own equipment that he graciously loaned to us, whether it was lights, reflectors, cables. He brought everything he had and gave us free reins of it. His knowledge really came through for us every day on set. And I know personally myself and the entire Clayman crew, we really thank Chris 200% more for what he did for us. We could not have made Clayman without Chris Nicken's help, so thank you, Chris.
In Clayman, there's more than a couple scenes. There's about a few scenes that have some stunts, and I was a little bit concerned once we were getting closer to the shooting deadline that how am I going to pull these off without it looking really cheesy? Because if stunts are done cheesy, you've lost the scene. And before we had been introduced to Ely Barta, or I had and the team, I had been introduced to Ely Barta because I worked on a documentary as assistant editor, and he was part of that documentary. And I got to watch him and watch some of his work, learn people he's worked with, and see him as an individual and as a stuntman. And I was impressed then, and that was months ago. So once I realized he was going to be on the movie to help us out, I was ecstatic. And when he came in, he impressed everyone right off the bat. We have 3 kids, child actors in the movie, and there's a fight scene between them, and he handled it perfectly. They all had padding, and the way we cheated certain shots with the camera, it was great. And having him was absolutely priceless. Just like any mentor in his department with stunts and special effects, in that whole area, there's other people that are out there, but for Michigan and what was available to us and people he's worked with, I couldn't have asked for anything better. He was perfect.
My mentor is Ann Harris, and she is a Detroit-based location scout. I was very fortunate to work with her because she provided a lot of insight into the industry of what real location scouts and location managers do from day to day. Coming into Capstone and working on Clayman, I did not know how to break down a script based on location. And so I remember one day we were at Starbucks and she introduced me to how to visualize locations, to identify keywords within the script, pay attention to characters and where they are within a setting, and just for different things that describe what a location looks like. So I was really happy to have Anne as a mentor, and most of all, I thought her experience was really invaluable, and having her as a mentor was really a privilege, and really thankful for that. My other mentor was Kristin Dehnert. Kristin really gave me some good advice about talking to locations, and when it comes time to signing forms, she talked about making sure I'm talking to the actual owners and not just people who work for them. When it came time around August to secure locations, I really didn't know all the steps. So Kristin really spelled things out for me and gave me a step-by-step walkthrough of how to secure locations, and I'm really thankful for her for helping me do that. Despite her really busy schedule, she gave time to answer these questions, so thank you very much, Kristin.
I had the honor of having a mentor to help me out, and my mentor was Todd Perry. It was pretty fun to be on Skype with Todd a few times that we did, and just the stuff he taught me was pretty exciting.
He was really incredible to work with because he was easily accessible to us. We could email him and he would email us back immediately. He's answered every question that we've had. He has given us a lot of ideas on what to do on Clayman for our visual effects, things that we can do before, during, and after. It's kind of cool to see how these things are made, and that anything is possible. I think that's the biggest thing. Anything is possible in filmmaking.
Stuff like that, which helps me gain a more clear idea what it takes to do visual effects for a film. It's really having that prep time before the shoot and during the shoot to get ready to alter that shot in post. So definitely having Todd's help for Clayman will be very valuable towards this film, and we definitely appreciate his time he has given us.
Todd was so great at getting back to us at all hours of the night. It's just ridiculous. He, I don't think, sleeps. So even while working on his projects, he took out a lot of time for us. So thank you very much, Todd. You will never be forgotten, for sure. I hope to see you in Hollywood.